So welcome everybody. This is Sarah Hayes from theastromomma, and welcome to August 2017. What a transformational, life-altering month this is going to be. And there's so much to say. I could go on and on for hours about August, but every year, at the end of the year, I look at the coming year. And in 2016, I looked to 2017, and the 2 months that really stood out to me most were April and August. April because of the Mercury and Venus retrograde crazy cycle, and then August because of the eclipses and the Mercury retrograde in itself. So, it's going to be a dynamic, life-altering, and just amazing month and an amazing time. And before I jump right into August, because I'm going to get right into it, I have a giveaway. So please stay tuned till the end of this video, and I will announce that giveaway. So stay tuned. So welcome to August. What a month. So, I've mentioned that over the summer that we are in what I like to call the summer of fire. And the reason I say that is we have a tremendous amount of planetary activity and planets in fire signs. So we have Sun, Mars, North Node, Saturn, and Uranus, all in fire signs. And you can literally feel the heat rising. And I'm not talking about the actual temperature, because here in the United States, it's clearly summertime. So of course it's technically hot, but we've also had a lot of dry, hot weather across the United States, unusually so for a summer. And I kind of attribute that to the astrological influences of all this fire energy. So with this fire energy comes inspiration, comes action, comes movement. So this is why I decided to start my YouTube channel during this time, because it was literally time to let the light shine. Time to come out and say, hey, this is me. This is what I care about. This is my heart. So that's really the theme of the summer. And then coming into August, it's gonna really take off on a whole new level. So let's get started. So on August 7th, we have the total lunar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius. And lunar eclipses are very powerful. They're full moons, and full moons bring things to completion, endings, culmination. And in the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius rules groups, whether that be friendships or larger groups you belong to, societies. It belongs to the internet. It represents futuristic endeavors. So things around those, parts of life could come to an end, or you could be, completing a project, say with friends or with a group that you belong to, or you could join a group. You could see like a new pathway, new friendships could come about at this time, and be formed. And this full moon is really positively aspected by both Uranus and Saturn. So it's very futuristic. It's also very stable with Saturn there. Mars is opposing this full moon. So Mars is in Leo. Again, I mentioned Mars being in the fire sign earlier. And Mars is drawing out this energy of the full moon. So there could be some like aggression, a little bit of an aggressive tendency towards things with Mars there, but Mars will get you to move. So these projects or these unions that are coming together could literally be really spurred by action and like sudden events that could come about. So it's a very positive, beautiful full moon, but just like any full moon, it does sometimes bring emotions kind of to the surface. Things are finally kind of hashed out normally. In the sign of Aquarius, it'll be a little bit more detached, because Aquarius as a sign is a little bit more detached to nature. So maybe not as emotional, it might be more inspirational, I would say, but there could be some kind of detachment to certain things. There could be detachments to groups, to people that you normally related to. You could all of a sudden just, not feel any connection anymore. So that's a definite possibility. And eclipses will last for about 6 months, after even up to a year. So you could be slowly completing, these cycles with these groups, from here on out into the next 6 months. And then moving on August 12th, we have Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Virgo, which it rules. So it's a little bit more potent. And Mercury in astrology rules communication, travel, it rules business, it rules any kind of e-commerce. So it rules a lot of parts of life, a lot of areas of life. And when it goes retrograde, it just stalls. So it's not moving forward. So there could be miscommunications, there could be things getting lost, there could be travel mishaps, there could be a slew of things. So my advice with Mercury retrograde, especially when it's in Virgo, because it rules Virgo so it's strong, is to just triple, quadruple check your emails. Make sure that what you're saying is coming across clearly and that you're communicating in a way where people can hear you and not too critically, because Virgo can be very critical. And, you just need to, make sure that you really, like I mentioned, just triple check everything and you'll be fine. There's nothing to be feared with Mercury retrograde. You can still buy things. Just keep your receipts. Make sure you hold on to things, because there is a chance that if you have to buy electrical devices, you could have to return them. There could be little things that go wrong. So just keep your receipts and double check everything and make sure that when you're communicating that people understand where you're coming from and that you're being clear and non-judgmental. That's really the key to this energy. And then moving on to August 21st, we have maybe what is perhaps the biggest event astrologically in August, which is the total solar eclipse, and that is at 28 degrees of Leo. And this is the second new moon in Leo. We had the first one on July 23rd, and this new moon is in crazy aspect and just positively aspected by Uranus and Saturn, and Mars is right there next to it in Leo. So it is a dynamic, life-altering new moon. This is about stepping into your heart space. It's about coming out. It's about playing. It's about embracing your inner child, your passions. And with Saturn there, it's going to be stable. So whatever you build at this new moon on August 21st, it's going to really last. It's going to be a stepping stone for a lot of people to create their heart's desires. And another thing with this Leo new moon is it's sitting right on the star of Regulus in the constellation of Leo, and that sits in the heart of the constellation. So literally, our hearts are being opened up in a whole new way. We are realizing things about ourselves and about what we really, really, truly want. And this new moon is pushing us to be brave, to go after it, to be bold like the Leo, the lion. And it really is transformational energies. It's hard to say what will really happen, but the next 6 months are going to be very telling. And, of course, in the United States, we can see the solar eclipse. So anytime an eclipse is visible from a location, it's said to affect that location most. So the United States is going to be interesting to see what happens over the next 6 months. And it's going to be a dynamic time and a really awesome, supportive energy. And just listen to your heart, follow your heart, because, you can't go wrong with this behind you. So moving on, at the end of the month, we have Saturn, which is, again, the planet of responsibility, karma. It's going direct. So this is the last time that Saturn will be going in direct in Sagittarius, definitely in our lifetimes. So it's ending its bit in Sagittarius, which will go into Capricorn in December of 2017, where it's at home. It rules the sign of Capricorn. So while Saturn is going direct, we can finally get our plans in motion. Long-term goals can be realized. We'll feel more ambitious. We'll feel more structured. And in Sagittarius, that could be around travel. That could be around education. That could be around, any kind of philosophical ideology. You could definitely start to come up with plans and, get into new areas of spirituality during this time. And it's urging you to create the structures that really will work and build long-lasting projects and endeavors. So that's pretty much it for the month of August. Again, this is probably going to change your life forever this month. I haven't seen astrology again like this in a long time, so it's exciting. So just open your heart, be courageous. This is a great time to follow your dream. So, just go after it. You have nothing to lose. And, I just want to say, too, thank you to everybody for, your comments and your shares and everything on my Facebook page. Like, you guys have just been so awesome. And I'm going to provide the link in the dialog box below, along with my website, theastromomma, where you can get, free advice. And I have a whole list of my services on my site, readings and all that good stuff. So go and check it out. And now I'm going to offer the free prize. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to look at the first 10 comments. I'm going to take those 10 people and I'm going to enter them into a little hat. And then I'm going to randomly pick a winner. And this winner is going to win a free Skype hour-long session with me where I'm going to look at how these lunar and solar eclipses affect you in your chart. So we'll actually do like a transit chart with your natal chart. It's an hour-long Skype conversation, and I'm going to look and see how is this going to affect you, and what you can do to best navigate these transformational and intense times that we're going to be stepping into here. So please comment below, and I will announce the winner on next week's video. So I'm going to be doing 2 announcements on next week's video on August 7th when I do the weekly forecast, and it'll be exciting. So I can't wait to do that. And, have a great month of August. It's going to be an amazing time to be alive. And please like, subscribe, share this video. My goal is to get this out to as many people as possible because I believe it's valuable. And if there ever was a time to get astrology out there to the masses, this is the time. So thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. It really means a lot to me. And you guys have an amazing month. Thank you.